This is Cubs Radio.
Cubs Radio.
From New York, from beautiful Bayville on the glorious Gold Coast of Long Island's North Shore, let's welcome our old friend, Jackie the Joke Man Martling. Hello, Jackie.
Mommy, Daddy's sucking on my cock.
Jesus.
Well, I'm certainly not going to do it.
We have nice people, Jackie, here today.
Hey, did you hear about the guy who lost his left leg, his left arm, and his left ear in a car accident?
No.
He's all right. How are hot dogs like pussy?
Oh, come on, Jackie. How?
If you ever stop to think about what goes into them, you'd never eat another one.
Okay.
So a guy says to the bartender, "My wife apologized to me for the first time ever today. She said she's sorry she ever met me." So why do so many guys come back from the bathroom with wet spots in the front?
I've always wanted to know why.
Because their pricks can't go.
Jesus.
What do you get when you cross a hooker with a piranha?
What?
Your last blowjob. So a door-to-door vacuum salesman goes to the first house in his new territory. He knocks. A lady opens the door. Before she can do anything, before she can say anything, he runs inside and dumps horse shit on her carpet. He says, "Lady, if this vacuum cleaner don't do wonders cleaning up that horse shit, I'll eat every chunk of it." She says, "You want tomato sauce on it, Smiley? We just moved in and there's no electricity yet." A guy comes running out of a burning whorehouse, and he says to the fireman, "Hey, if you see a redhead in a blue nightie, fuck her. It's paid for." How can you tell when your parents are getting deaf?
How?
You catch them fucking on top of the cat.
Jesus. Okay.
So it's a kid from Bedford-Stuyvesant.
Yeah. Be nice.
A kid from Bedford-Stuyvesant, his first day on campus at Harvard, and he's lost. He goes up to another student and says, "Yo, man,
Yeah?
where's the library at?" The other student says, "My friend, here at Harvard, we don't end a sentence with a preposition." He's all right, then where's the library at, motherfucker? The husband walks in and the wife says, "Honey, I got good news and bad news." He says, "Listen, I had a really rough day. Give me the good news first." She says, "The airbag in the new car works."
That's a great joke. That's clean.
Why'd they bury the Indian on the side of a hill?
Oh, Jackie, why?
He was dead. So three nuns are talking to the priest, and the first nun says, "Father, I saw a man's penis." He says, "Wash your eyes with holy water." The second nun says, "Father, I touched a man's penis." He says, "Wash your hands with holy water." The third nun says, "Father, I'm going to go gargle with the holy water before you shit in it."
Oh.
Why did God give women vaginas?
Oh, why?
So we talked to him.
Jesus, you can't do that, Jackie. These are good people.
What's the difference between an elephant and a New York City cab driver?
What?
The elephant has the trunk in the front and the asshole in the back. So every Every night for 20 years, Irving Schwartz gets down on his knees and says, Lord, it's me, Irving Schwartz, Lord, I'm a good Jewish boy. One time, couldn't you let me win the lottery? One time, Lord, I'm good to my parents, I'm good to my children, I go to temple. Lord, please, one time, let me win the lottery. Finally, one night after 20 years, the heavens open up and a voice says, Irv, if you want to win the lottery, you gotta buy a fucking ticket. Hey, did you hear about the new Catholic sperm bank?
No.
Kingdom Come. I says to the bartender, my wife shouted at me all morning for not opening the car door for her. But come on, man, I was too busy swimming to the surface.
Okay. Okay, we'll just do that for now.
3-2 to Mookie Wilson. Little roller up along first. Behind the bag. It gets through Buckner. Here comes Knight, and the Mets win it.
Hello, Tony. Mookie Wilson here, 1986 Mets. How you doing? Long time no see, man. Hey, man, I miss you guys, man, that Knockem Day Comedy Radio, man. I miss you. I wish I was still up there, man. But I'll wait till it warm up a little bit, and hopefully this year things will be a little bit better, man. But when we're talking about comedy, hey, the early years of Mets was a lot to laugh about. You had to make a lot of comedy off those guys. Hey, hope to see you guys during the summer, and hopefully get back on the show, man, at some point in time during the course of the year, all right? All right? Yeah, fine. Contact me, man. All right, Tony. Talk to you later.
Hi, everybody. It is Tuesday. It is July
13th, right?
If you say so.
Okay.
It is July 13th. It's Tuesday. Tuesday trivia coming at you soon, just a little bit. Welcome to the Knockem Dead Comedy Radio Show, coming at you live on govsradio.com. We are live from the legendary Governor's Comedy Club right here in Levittown. On govsradio.com. We're also on YouTube. That's where we are reading comments from today. YouTube, the Govs Comedy Club Radio YouTube channel. That's what it's called. Please copy and share the link on all your social media places. Tell them about all the great shows here at govsradio.com, including this one, including Donversations, including Christie Unleashed, including No Rhyme, No Reason, and Domestic Disturbance, and Films on Tap, and Cars and Comedy, and The Wort, and Steve Squared, and Flip Track Radio, and I hope I got them all. I hope everybody's doing well today. The Knockem Dead Comedy Radio Show coming at you live from Governor's Comedy Club. Go to govs.com. That is the club's website for all the clubs. Lots of great clubs, lots of great stages, lots of great comedians. The Brokerage in Belmore, McGuire's in Bohemia, and, of course, Governor's in Levittown. Joey Cole is playing McGuire's this weekend. Eric Haft is playing McGuire's this weekend. Steve Ranasisi is at Governor's in Levittown this weekend. Steve Rocco Perillo's open mic is here at Governor's on Saturday. So if you want to be a comedian or you're working on being a comedian, you want to try out new stuff, hit the open mic. Lots of great stuff happening. Go to govs.com. The Knockem Dead Comedy Radio Show brought to you by Two Eagles Auto Body, who for 25 years has been the leader in auto body repairs and customer satisfaction on Long Island, handling every type of auto repair from custom applications and restorations to repairs involving insurance claims. They'll take good care of you, baby.
Yes, got it. It took me this long to figure out how to get the chat thing up on the TV. I'm like,
so we could see it.
And just in case I forget, I hit the word live chat and then it popped up instead of just letting the chat go by. Just in case we forget another day and I'm
You'll have to
stupid,
explain it to me because I hit it. I thought I hit it before. So, see now I just.
Oh man! Yeah,
so
you
I just
can't
ruined
touch that.
Oh, you told me to let it play.
You can't touch that top thing.
Oh, all right.
That's where everything gets
all right,
bad.
so pause it again.
See? Okay, so I hit that and I hit live chat. Oh.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. So
sweet
pause
Jesus. That. Yeah, okay, let's see. Live chat. Here's what happened. Now I have to start again. Otherwise, it won't come off the TV. So anyway, sorry to interrupt. Sorry, everyone.
Two Eagles Auto Body. Please ask for John Rossi at 516-328-2527. The Knockem Dead Comedy Radio Show also brought to you by Roslyn Social, located in the heart of Roslyn Village at 1363 Old Northern Boulevard in Roslyn. They have the best food, great service, great atmosphere, the rooftop lounge. The food is just one of those places as soon as you start eating, you're like, oh my God, this is unbelievably good. Fantastic. So check out Roslyn Social, 516-801-4963, and say hi to Nick. Let's see. Yeah. So it's Tuesday, and don't worry about it if you're going crazy with it.
Yeah, I'll figure it out. I'll find it again.
It's Tuesday trivia. We got a bunch of stuff going on. Let's see here. Okay, I lost. All right, so
Joe Staz is saying hi. Liz Batapede is saying good morning. Annie Plagano said hello, humans. And that's it. Tom Gladdy's saying hey, knockers. And Joe Staz said the only thing is I don't like is you can't do private messages unless you can. Maybe he shouldn't do private messages because he can't do a complete sentence.
You could do private messages on the website?
I don't know. I didn't know this.
I didn't know that either.
And more
I'm
importantly,
tempted to say he's got that wrong.
Who are you doing private messages with, mister? How many mothers and mother-in-laws are you private messaging?
I'm thinking he's got that wrong.
Okay.
I really don't think so. I really don't think you can do that.
Okay.
So, as usual, Joe, you got to explain yourself. So, the big news, other than our Pete Alonso, Let's Go Mets, kicking ass in the home run derby, the big news yesterday, Charlie Robinson, who played, what was his character's name? Mac on Night Court.
Oh, yeah.
He died yesterday.
That was sad. He just
sad.
seemed like a really good guy.
He's actually a really good actor. He's known for Night Court, which was,
I love that show.
It was a great show. Very funny show. But he was a big stage actor before that. I think, well, and of course after that too. He was in Fences. If you don't know Fences, I highly recommend that. Denzel eventually made the movie, but it's better as a play. But he was in that. He was even on your favorite show a little bit.
He was The Walking Dead. Better Things.
Better Things.
Oh, was he really?
He was.
Oh yeah, he was the mother's Pamela Adlin's mother's boyfriend, right? No.
I think so.
Okay, good. Yeah.
So yeah, and I'm sure Films on Tap will probably cover more of that on Friday.
I know. I don't know why I found it. First, it took me a while to find it, and now I'm frozen. I'm sorry. Do you want me to? What do you want me to do?
I don't know, probably
Just
just
start again.
Okay. So what are you guys up to? We watched a movie yesterday.
We did?
Yes, we did. You don't remember watching a movie yesterday?
Yeah, I loved it. I'm just kidding.
We watched a movie called So my son came to me. My son Zach. He came to me. He's a big Marvel DC guy, and he came to me and he said, "There's this movie with Leslie Nielsen. It looks really funny. It's a parody of these superhero movies, and that's the name of the movie, superhero movie. And it looks, like it's, kind of like, like Naked Gun, airplane type.
It was very Naked
mode.
Gun-ish.
So we checked it out. I got hit with the leak. Andy, we got leakage again. So we watched this movie. Yeah, it was pretty funny. Definitely not as good as Airplane or The Naked Gun, but there were a lot of funny scenes in this thing.
It was definitely. I think it was really funny. I think it
was up there with Airplane and Naked Gun?
I do. Like,
really?
I giggled a lot, and usually I could always tell when it's good because I'm not a big slapstick person.
True.
However, when it's something like The Naked Gun or Airplane, I think it's fantastic. And I really thought it was like that good. I do. And it was like a movie I never even heard of, and it was like years ago.
Yeah, this movie apparently was made in like 2009 or something. And with Airplane and Naked Gun, what makes it funny, I mean, the jokes and the bits are funny, but what also makes it funny are the actors that they bring in to use for these scenes. That's what made it so funny with Leslie Nielsen in Airplane, because he was known as this, heavy dramatic actor. And he comes in and, does these funny bits. And it was the same thing with superhero movie. There was this scene with Marion Ross. If you remember Marion Ross, she played the mother on Happy Days. There's this scene where this huge fart scene with Marion Ross.
Oh my goodness,
Holy
that was so
crap,
funny.
You were laughing harder than me.
Well, I was actually thinking to myself, because you're a fan of the fart. In fact, the other day I was irritated because I was going to make my chamomile tea, and I like a good coffee mug that's a good size to sit down with a nice cup of steaming hot relaxation tea. And the only mug in the cabinet that was a good size was the mug that you have that says "I love to fart."
Well, I had that
stuck.
My kids bought that for me.
Because I got stuck with this. So that's how much you love to fart. So I was thinking during that entire scene that probably is up there with one of the funniest fart scenes I've ever seen. And I wondered if you felt, because you're someone who I bet searches things out. Is it probably one of the better movie fart scenes you've seen? You can't include elevator fart jokes like that one skit thing you watch all the time.
That thing on YouTube?
Endlessly you watch.
Well, yeah, it's not a movie. That's an interesting topic. Best fart scenes in movies.
People always say...
Hercules.
People always say that... what's that Western that you people think is funny but really isn't?
Western? That us people think are funny, but it's not.
Yeah.
Oh, Blazing Saddles.
Yeah. Okay. So people will put
You
like,
have no right to be in a comedy club if you don't think that movie's funny.
people will put that scene up with like probably one of the funniest scenes, and especially back in the day. Like back in the day, Blazing Saddles was, you know, the movie. It was. I mean, it was really funny, but I don't know that it's held up the way other people think it's held up. And I'm not saying I'm right or wrong. I'm just saying like that.
You might
I'm
get
like,
attacked when you leave this
I know,
building for
I know,
saying
I
that.
know. But that scene is really particularly funny. But I actually think this scene was funnier. I do.
I'd have to watch Blazing Saddles again. It's been a long time for me.
Yeah.
But this one was pretty good. Tom Glady says Dumb and Dumber had an awesome fart scene. Yeah. And like I said, Hercules from Eddie Murphy's Nutty Professor. That was pretty funny.
I think the bathroom scene from Dumb and Dumber.
That was funny.
That
Do
was
not go in there.
That was really funny.
But this one was up there. This one was up there.
Yeah. And yeah.
Up there with at least the Nutty Professor one.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a really good topic. Best fart scenes
Because every
in a
time
movie.
she was wearing, you know, an old lady dress, and every time she farted, like her like little dress by her butt would move, so
Yeah.
you'd see like the wind come out, and then it was so loud that it was like blowing other people's hair to the side. It was really very funny.
They had because the two people were sitting there and they had the candle. At one point, the candle.
Yeah, it was very well done. I would proudly sit with the "I love to fart" chamomile mug
As you should.
and watch that.
Andy Plajanos thought he was the only one that could get that ceiling wet. Apparently not. Joe Staz thought he was that he meant what he meant was replying. Yeah, there's no replying on here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But you could just write, he's like you just said, yay to Sallie, you know, because I finally did my job. You know, so you could just like reply that way, I guess.
So also in the movie, so the movie was mostly a Spider-Man parody.
Yeah.
For the most part. And so playing the Peter Parker type role was Drake Bell. Now, unless you have kids our age, you probably don't know who Drake Bell is, and we lost the signal on there.
That's crazy.
I don't know. Do you want to
I know, right?
grab your phone? So, no, I think it's your phone.
All right. Good.
No? Yeah. All right. So, if you don't have kids in their late teens, early 20s, you may not know who Drake Bell is. Excuse me. He was on a TV show called Drake and Josh. What was that, like late 90s, early 2000s, I think?
Yeah. Yeah, it was like the precursor to the iCarly, right? Wasn't
Yeah.
Josh and Drake on before that?
Yes. And then, well, I don't know if that helps you if you don't have kids in their late teens, early 20s either. So, yeah, probably the late 90s, early 2000s, I believe that show was on. And maybe mid 2000s. I don't know. So, and yeah, so the guys who were the stars of the show, they were kind of big stars for a short time with that show.
Yeah.
So, and they've, now that they're adults, they've tried to move on with music and movies and stuff, and they haven't really hit too well. But Drake Bell ended up in some trouble.
Yeah.
Where he was having an inappropriate relationship with a minor. And this guy was in so much trouble that he even fled to Mexico for a while. But then he came back. Somebody found out he was down there. So he came back. So yesterday, he was sentenced by an Ohio court to 1 year probation.
Oh, well, that was kind of easy.
Stemming from charges of attempted child endangerment and disseminating matter harmful to juveniles. He pled guilty to the charges related to incidents in Cleveland back in 2017. The sentence was handed down after a lengthy statement from the victim. The woman, now 19, said she was 15 at the time. She exchanged texts of a sexual nature with Bell, whom he met when she was 12. Bell's attorney acknowledged that the pair engaged in text messages of a sexual nature, but denied that any assault took place. Because this girl's claiming that there were texts. Eventually, they had sex.
Oh.
He's saying, Drake is saying, yes, I did stupid things on text, but I never touched her. And they couldn't gather any evidence of this, which is of any physical harm, which is why he just got a year probation.
Okay.
So, but I'm thinking, I don't know. I'm with you. I think a year probation is pretty light.
Yeah.
I mean, why are we giving this guy the benefit of the doubt when the text messages tells you right there that this guy's a sicko, and he just shouldn't, he shouldn't be around the kids there, and I don't know.
I think he should definitely not be around.
And you're engaging in texts and
Girls.
whatnot. Well, that's a pretty clear sign that you want to.
Because you're
You know?
either, if you're an adult male, either you're attracted to a 14-year-old girl or you're not. There's some oddities with that. So best to keep them away.
Andy Plajanos, my business partner has been droning on about her niece and nephew, so I've missed most of the show so far.
Oh, man.
Well, who cares about the niece and nephew? All right, but now he's caught up because he's saying, it's Cleveland. No wonder. So just be ready for trivia, which is coming up in another 5-10 minutes or so. So
Yeah.
Now here's a cool story I got.
Okay, good.
Out of Nebraska, Lincoln, Nebraska. A Burger King billboard sign has created quite a stir after frustrated workers took down the normal lettering on the billboard that advertised the deals of the day and instead put up a sign that said, "We all quit. Sorry for the inconvenience."
Really?
Everybody quit.
Of this one
Burger
King? I wonder if it was a franchise.
The general manager, Rachel Flores, said that low staffing levels made it impossible for her and others to keep working there. Burger King had employees working in the kitchen with no air conditioning for weeks.
That's awful.
At one point, the kitchen reached over 90 degrees.
Yeah.
Flores ended up in the hospital for dehydration.
That's a long day.
Her boss's reaction to being in the hospital for dehydration the boss said, "You're just a big baby." The kitchen was understaffed, would often only have 3 to 4 people working during lunchtime. Flores says she worked 50 to 60 hours a week.
Wow.
And it wasn't, so not only was it crazy busy and you have such a small staff, but it's also unsafe to have such a small staff. A nearby location, another Burger King nearby is open, but Flores says that one is understaffed as well. And new employees there are leaving days just after starting their shifts. They believe other locations may have similar experiences as well. So this Burger King I do believe was closed for a day or two because they showed up early, they changed the billboard, and then they split.
And then they gathered together as a team. That was cool.
Absolutely right. Power to the people, baby.
Yeah. Oh, do you want to talk about what happened to you at CVS yesterday?
I forgot about that.
You probably blocked it.
I forgot about that. Yeah, speaking of power to the people. So we go to CVS. So you had to get...
I had to pick up some stuff for Cindy.
I had to get some stuff for my daughter. So we go online, waiting to pay.
Oh, before you get into that, I should tell you okay, so I go there. I just a quick story that was like, the whole store was weird.
Oh, yeah, this is weird.
Yeah, so I can't even make sense of it. I go, Cindy says, "Oh, hey, can you pick up some pills for me?" So I'm like, "Sure." So I go up there and they say, name and birthday. So I walk up and I say Cindy's name, and then she looks at me before I say the birthday, and she just looks me straight in the face and she goes, 9/11. Like, it's not even a full date. So it's just so weird. So I just look at her, I go, no. And I give, like, Cindy's real birthday. But isn't that the strangest thing? And then she doesn't even say anything about it. Like, that was weird that I just said 9/11 for no reason.
That is very strange.
I know. So then I walk up to the front, and then poor Tony had, like, an out-of-body experience.
So
and just to, like, say, like, I was like, seriously, like, you walked up, and behind you, I was in my brain going, ruh-roh.
we get to the front of the line, and there are no employees behind the counter, but there's one in front of the counter. And he goes, "Are you paying with card?" I go, "Yeah." "Please use the self-checkout kiosk."
Yeah.
And I actually just kind of stood there. I was like,
He didn't
and
say
I
it.
surrendered.
He didn't say it all in one loop. Like, we stood there, and he looked at the one person, and they said, "Are you paying cash or credit?" And he said cash. And then he looked at you. He said cash or card, and you said card. So then we walked towards him, and then he, like, told us, like, like, I kind of feel like if you were back in line and you'd be like, "By the way, I want you to use a kiosk so we can fire all our employees," you would have, been you and been like, "I'm not using the kiosk because power to the people." And you do your, like, "Where's my red shirt?" But I think you were, like, 4 steps towards it, and then you were like, I saw your whole body, like, kind of do this, like, like, I don't know what to do. Danger, Will Robinson. So I just, like, stood behind you. I could see, like, the steam, like, coming off your head, and I'm like, oh man, poor baby.
Those things are the devil.
Yeah.
And it pisses me off.
Yeah, I never saw that in CVS.
And you get people who will, people complain, "Well, that's what happens when you raise the minimum wage to $15 an hour." No, it's not.
So owners can make $4 billion.
Exactly.
And, workers, like Walmart, that, like, hires people to work 30 hours a week so they don't have to pay them health care.
Exactly. Thank
so
you.
that, Walmart can be, like, the people that make the most money in the world. Like,
God forbid the CEOs don't make 400 times more than their highest paid employee. So let's hire less employees and get kiosks in here.
Andy has a big penis.
Like, we didn't know that already. What's Andy's profile picture on Facebook? What is that?
Isn't it just a cartoon picture of himself?
No, I think he changed it.
Oh, all right.
It was like some blurry picture. It looks like he's on stage or something, but it's all blurry. I can't really make it out.
Is he a ghost? Did he turn from a vampire to a ghost?
Oh, I don't know.
Are you getting dripped on?
I wish. Yes, I think I am. So I was pissed, but we did it.
Yeah.
And I was mad about it.
You were. It took you actually got to your truck to get in your truck for you to, like, shake it off your body. You reeked of
I
it.
couldn't even speak.
I know. You walked out. You're like, I'm like, I know.
Bastards.
I'm like, are you okay?
I wasn't. Other happy topics today. Don't forget, this Thursday at Governor's is the benefit show for Bob Nelson. Lots of great comedians will be here for that. It's going to be a fantastic show, especially if you were around in the 80s during, when the big comedy boom happened here on Long Island, and Jackie the Joke Man Martling was hanging around, and Kevin James and Joey Cola and Adam Ferrara, Richie Minervini. A lot of those guys are going to be here. Well, I don't know about Kevin James, but Joey will be here and Jackie will be here. What's his name? Who was on Imus?
Vera Mary. Vita.
What? No, I said Richie Minervini will be here.
You
But
did
that's
already.
not what I'm talking
Okay.
about. Who's the guy who was on Imus?
Imus in the morning.
Yeah.
No one's that old.
Oh my goodness. Well, if you know who I'm talking about, throw it in the comments there. But he's scheduled to be here. It's going to be a great show. That's this Thursday at Governor's. Also, Governor's on a Thursday in August. I believe it's August 12th. There's another benefit show for John Ziegler.
Oh.
John Ziegler, who's been a friend of our show almost from day one, a regular here at Governor's, a favorite here at Governor's, a good guy, having some cancer issues, and they're trying to raise money so he can pay his medical bills. I believe it's Thursday, August 12th. Don't hold me to that, but go to govs.com to get the date. But there's also going to be a great lineup of comedians for that one. Chris Roach, Mick Thomas, just all the Governor's regulars will be here. Ziegler himself, if he's up to it, will be here. And maybe even doing a set. So both great causes. Go to govs.com to get information on both of those shows. Cool stuff. Today is the anniversary of Live Aid.
Oh, wow.
36 years ago. Is that crazy?
Yeah. Yeah.
Time just flies. I'm always amazed at how fast time flies. It's nutty, I tell you.
Nutty.
Did you watch it?
Live Aid?
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of it. Did I sit down and watch like the whole thing? I don't know.
How old? So 1985. So you were 19. Where were you? Albany? Did you even have TV up there to watch it?
No. No. I think those were the years of, I think I ate peanut butter and jelly and ramen noodle for like a year. Like, I don't think. I wasn't sitting around much. You know, and as a matter of fact, was I? Let me think. When did I? Yeah, I think that's when I actually worked at Burger King that you were just talking about.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. But it was a franchise, and it was nice, and there were more people than 3.
It wasn't understaffed?
No, it was really
wasn't hot
it was
in
a
the- too hot
nice
in the
place to
kitchen?
work. Yeah, it was a franchise Burger King, and they were like all, drink the Kool-Aid, like Burger King. Yeah.
Oh, one of those fast food nerds, yeah.
Yeah.
You were one of those too?
Yeah, totally.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. I liked doing drive-through. It was fun.
It was fun.
It was totally fun, yeah. How fast you can get it all nice. I loved it. I was 19. What do you want?
Wanted a lot of things at 19, and that wasn't one of them.
So I was working at Burger King while you people are sitting on your couch scratching your balls watching Live Aid.
I was working that day.
You were?
I was. I listened to it on the radio because I was out delivering Newsdays all day long.
Oh, yeah, you were a lad. Little young
I was
chap.
I was 15. Mm-hmm. And I had a paper out.
You were the same age as that girl was that made out with, Drake.
Well, but if it was a famous actress, and I was, the 15-year-old, I'd be okay with that.
You wouldn't be complaining too much.
I would not be complaining at all. If Cheryl Ladd, I don't know why I picked her, but if she said to me, if she sent me a text message, say, "Hey, 15-year-old boy, let's do it." I'm like, just say where and when, Cheryl Ladd.
Well, she said she wasn't assaulted. I mean, that's the whole idea.
No, she's claiming she was.
Oh, I thought she said she wasn't assaulted.
No, he's saying he didn't touch her. He admitted to texting.
I thought, like, by assaulted, I mean, like, forcefully.
Physically touching her.
No, I'm asking. I thought she was saying she wasn't. He didn't force her. I thought that's what you read. That they just kind of met up.
He's denying any physical contact.
I get that, and she's saying they had sex.
Yes,
but is she saying they like happily had sex or?
It doesn't. Not the article I read doesn't specify.
Yeah, and because that's
either way, she's claiming that there was contact.
Yeah, which is why there's laws because, like, for example, if like Cheryl Ladd did want you, there should be laws in place to say to her as an adult, please leave the children alone.
Well, there are.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So it's good. Like, just because you'd happily do her doesn't mean that you should be doing her.
Oh, that's neither here nor there. And,
yeah, I know.
And I think Andy was with me on this. You know, if it was Erin Gray reaching out to him. Oh, yeah. Andy, that reminds me. I found her official. I found Erin Gray's official.
You're going to make this happen
Twitter,
for him, aren't you?
And I sent her a message.
Did you?
Yeah.
Say, I have this vampire, and
No, I didn't
he
say-
adores you.
No, I didn't say anything like that yet, but that is my plan. All I said was, this is how I landed Kevin Pollak. I said, just wondering how to go about booking an interview with you on our video podcast station.
Mm-hmm.
We stream live shows out of Governor's Comedy Club in New York.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for your time. But should I get a response? Yes, I am. I will.
You don't want to
definitely
scare her.
Right. So I'm gonna set it up that it's on this show on a Friday, or
Oh, yeah.
What-
Or never.
or if
It's got to be a Friday.
or if she needs to pick a time. I don't care if it's a Sunday at midnight. I will set it up and make sure Andy is here.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I think he's with me.
Because that would just
If-
be bad for him.
if he-
Imagine us interviewing her and it's a time that he can't be here.
Oh, I'm not doing that.
Yeah. Like,
Even
no
if he
way.
even if he cancels that morning. Sorry guys, I'm puking. I can't make it. I'm sending her a message immediately saying, "I'm sorry, last minute we have to reschedule. So sorry. Our host for that segment is sick. Can we reschedule at a time that he's available?"
Yeah. It would be
Sorry,
like,
Aaron Gray.
what's that sheep movie?
The what movie?
The sheep movie.
Sheep?
Yeah. Silence of the Lamb.
Oh, the sheep movie. Wow.
What's her name? Jodie.
Jodie Foster.
Like, that would be like me and Andy interviewing Jodie Foster at a
Don't
time
you
that,
dare.
like, you have to go pick up your daughter or
Yeah.
something. You'd be like, I hate you both.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's some things you just can't do.
So I think Andy's
Like
with
Mark
me, though.
Ruffalo. If you guys interviewed,
All right.
like,
I won't interview
the
Mark
Hulk
without you.
while I was, had to go do something, I would actually not say anything and then kill you both in your sleep.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
Wow.
because it's wrong.
And you'll Hulk smash as you beat us up.
Yeah.
So I think Andy's with me. If Aaron Gray said to him when he was 15, "Let's go,"
Right.
yeah, and he'd be mad if someone ratted them out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sure.
So so I think I understand. I'm not trying to downplay this girl.
I
I
totally
feel
get
bad for
it.
her.
Yeah.
But I do think it's a little different for guys. I think they're okay with it.
It isn't, because girls have, like, crushes, too. Like,
I know, I'm joking.
but there's, like, you definitely have crushes, but there's, like, laws in place so that, adults don't make bad decisions with our children.
Right.
Is really the bottom line. Mm-hmm. Because everyone has crushes.
And I always get baffled with famous people or powerful people. Hello, Molly.
Yeah, they can get anyone
right.
18 and over.
They can get anybody.
Right.
Anybody.
Anybody.
Yet that was the whole thing with that whole Jeffrey Epstein thing. Him and whoever his clientele were. I'm not, we could name names. There's speculations.
Yeah.
He definitely had clients, whoever they were.
Right.
What the hell? They're all rich, powerful, famous people who could, even if they want to pay for it, that's for you. No? Even if they want to pay for it so they can do weird stuff, they could still get some high-class escort for $1,000 an hour. They can get a porn star. A lot of porn stars
But
put
maybe they
themselves
have
out.
gotten all those things and then they're bored and then they want
So
more.
let me try a child?
Sometimes it's like never enough. Like,
That's just
yeah, but that's what I meant
weird.
before. Either you're
Something's
someone
not right up there.
Either you're someone who look like okay, so like it always cracks me up, like that one female teacher who
Married the guy that she
who
was.
liked the 12-year-old boy, and
Yeah.
he's just different, and they ended up having kids together,
Right.
her being in prison, not being in prison, back in prison,
Right.
out of prison.
Yeah.
Like-
Then they finally get married when he's old enough, and I do believe they did eventually get divorced.
And
Or did she die? I forget.
yeah, didn't she get sick or something?
Yeah, but I'm thinking they did get divorced before she died.
She did. They did.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you look at no offense, but because I'm sure there's like plenty of things about teenage girls that, they're teenage girls, but like teenage boys, like it's just like Dorito breath. They never wash their hands. They're like, sorry, like what part of a teacher looks at like these teenage boys and think, that's who I want to be
Right.
with.
And I think you're right. I think he was only 12.
Yeah.
It's weird.
He's like,
Mary Kay Letourneau?
Yeah.
And did she die, Andy? I think she
I
did.
think she was sick. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Anyway, here's one unfortunate thing about me finding the show on my phone is the
You couldn't run out of here to answer your phone.
No, that phone was I had my car. My car's in the shop getting like 1,000 things done on it, and so that's just the car guy like probably telling me the awful news, like I need brakes and everything, but the trivia is on my phone too.
Ah.
So you could read off here, right?
I can.
Okay, good. All right.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, we hold in our hands. Andy confirms that, yes, she is dead.
Oh, wow.
We hold in our hands this week's, well, yeah, get it off there, otherwise I'll be able to see it.
Okay.
We hold in our hands this week's Tuesday trivia. The way this works, if you're new to it, Tuesday trivia, Sallie and I take turns asking each other random trivia questions. There's no rhyme or reason to it. There's no theme to it. We just ask each other questions. We do not know each other's questions, and we're going to try and stump each other. We're going to try and stump you guys. Should I go to the website to see if people are commenting there too? So we can read answers from all over the place?
No, just tell him to go over to YouTube.
All right, let me see if anybody's there. Let's see if anybody's there first.
And the first question that I have, you can't answer.
I can't answer?
You can't answer.
Oh, is it a music question?
Yeah, we all know that you know it.
Okay, so Joan is there?
Because I feel like I can't ask any general funny
Oh, wait a minute. No.
music questions because you know every single freaking thing.
Hang on, I hit the wrong thing. I'm not sure if Joan's there. Hang on. Johnny Lambros was there a half hour ago. I don't know if he's still there, but he's the only one.
Okay.
Okay. So we'll ask the questions. We're going to try and stump each other. We're going to try and stump you. Please comment below with your answers. We're not going to give away the answers just yet. We go through all the questions, and then we're going to go back. We'll do the questions again, read your answers, go over each other's answers, and then give the real answer. There's no prizes. There's no nothing. It's just for fun and bragging rights, and we enjoy picking on you and each other, and we enjoy you picking on us because we're not too bright. With that, first question, Sallie O'Neill.
What does Billy Joel think you would get more mileage from?
What? Oh, that's a lyric.
Yeah,
Yeah. I got it.
I know.
Yeah.
But it's fun for people that, you know.
So you just want them to finish the lyric?
Yeah.
Can I tell them what the song is?
No, they'll get it.
Oh, okay.
What does Billy Joel think you would get more mileage from?
Are you all proud of yourself? You came up with that yourself?
No.
Really?
Yeah, I found a Billy Joel trivia site.
Ooh, it's not all Billy Joel trivia, is it?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
Seriously?
Oh, me? No. No,
No.
I'm mixing around.
Who else am I talking to?
No. Yeah. No.
No, yeah. Yeah, no.
No.
Next question. Oh, boy. This is what I get for not looking in advance. Syngenosophobia.
Spell it.
Syngenoso phobia. Syngenosophobia. Syngenosophobia. Syngenosophobia is the fear of what?
Not being able to speak.
Is the syngenosophobia is the fear of what?
S-Y.
S-Y-N S-Y-N-G-E-N-E-S-O phobia.
Syngenosophobia.
I don't know if you guys will be able to see this. The fear of what?
That the fear of
Johnny Lambros is Googling
Why?
Because he's gotten the first 2 questions correct.
Really?
Really?
He got the second question right?
Rally.
Singen. Well, genes is in it, so is it the fear of not believing your offspring is yours?
Is that your final answer?
Well, obviously not. Let's see.
Well, I'm not going to tell you either way.
Fear of...
Joe Stas.
I don't want to look because you said Lambros already had the answer.
Correct.
All right. Yeah, I'll just, fear of your offspring not being yours.
Okay.
The oldest person to
Are you okay?
Yep, yep,
The
yep, blah,
oldest person to
the world's oldest tree climber. How old was he? Whoever gets the closest wins.
So, how old was he the last time he climbed a tree?
Yeah,
To become the oldest person to ever climb a tree?
yeah, but he climbed it like comfortably.
He climbed it comfortably.
Yeah, I came up with this question because you make fun of Sam liking to climb trees.
What does that mean? He climbed it comfortably.
Like he wasn't like, oh, it was the last time, and he like just pulled himself up one time. Like he's a tree climber. He loves being in trees.
And he's the record holder.
Yep, world's
How
oldest.
How tall was the tree, and how high did he go?
They did not say.
So I can just climb a tree in your backyard, and if I'm older than that guy, and I would qualify.
It would have to be a really big tree.
Says who?
Me. Because there's no cheating in tree climbing. You have to like really comfortably climb a tree, like go all the way up. You know what I mean?
Not really. I'm going to go with 89. And there's no reason why I picked that number. Okay. I'm just going with it. What? I was just reading Johnny Lambros is still commenting on the website.
Johnny Lambros,
And I
go
have
over
no
to
idea
the
what he's
YouTube
talking
channel. Gov's Comedy Club Radio.
There you go.
YouTube channel.
That's the name of the Facebook and the YouTube channel. All right, next question. How tall was the cartoon character Popeye? His height was mentioned in several cartoons. How tall was Popeye?
5'7".
Sallie says 5'7". All right.
This comedian is a former member of Saturday Night Live.
Billy Crystal.
He had an autobiographical show in the mid-2000s about his childhood.
I got it right. I didn't even get the rest of the question, and I nailed it.
And who is he?
How cool is that? I must be reading your mind.
What makes you think it's right?
Because Billy Crystal was on Saturday Night Live, and then he did the Broadway play about his childhood, 700 Sundays.
Did you ever watch it?
You and I started to watch it. We watched like 10 minutes of the HBO special.
Yeah, I
and
forget
then
why we stopped.
Who knows? But then we never picked it back up.
Saturday Night Live.
I own the DVD.
Had a show about his life in the mid-2000s, about his childhood.
What did excuse me? You hear that?
Wow, that was really high.
Wow. What did Alfred Nobel? What did Alfred Nobel, founder of the Nobel Prize, what did he invent that made him wealthy?
Well, what year was he around? How long has the Nobel Prize been around?
My apologies. I don't have that information.
I'm going to say Toaster ovens.
Toaster ovens. Okay. Oh, okay.
More sciencey, right?
No, when I say okay, that just means I got your answer. Thank you, and let's go to the next question.
But is the answer more sciencey? Like he discovered how to separate like neutrons from protons or something like that?
I'm going to say it's more sciencey, but it's not that nerdy. Oh, Johnny Lambros moved over to YouTube. He took your advice.
Yeah.
Thank you, Johnny.
We're trying it, Johnny. We don't know how it's going to work out, but so far, for like the next month, we're going to see how it goes with YouTube. So, thanks for playing along. All right, what is a dog's most highly developed sense?
I want to say nose, but that's too obvious.
Well, there's only 5 senses, right? You got to pick one.
Sense of smell, sense of his hearing. Smell is too obvious to me, so I'm going with hearing. In 1923, in Canada, what was created for first-time criminals? This is a multiple-choice question. In Canada, in 1923, what was created for first-time criminals? Was it the death penalty, a spanking machine, or public stoning?
Those are my choices?
Those are your choices.
Well, obviously, first-time criminals, they wouldn't kill them. And a spanking machine seems a little sexual, so that would be your 6th question. Stoning, huh? Back in
1923.
Bethlehem times was stoning. I'm going to go with spanking machine.
Didn't they kept, even in the 1800s, they were still stoning, weren't they?
Do you know what stoning was? They always make it sound like it. They just threw rocks the size of baseballs at people.
Well, they did that too, but that wasn't the whole thing.
But it really was. People picked up big boulders and clobbered you with it, and you pretty much buried alive.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep.
All right, The Princess Bride.
Great movie. Billy Crystal.
What does Buttercup call Wesley?
Oh, my goodness. I have no idea. I'll never get
It's
that.
obvious once you hear it.
Wes.
Lee.
I'm just going with Wes. I really don't know. I should know. I should know that. I'm a little ashamed of myself. All right. I'll save that question for next week.
It was so funny because Cindy was trying to come up with a movie to watch. So I'm like, watch The Princess Bride. You've never seen it. So she reads the description, and if we read the description,
you can't go by that.
So stupid. I'm like,
right.
I can't even think of a movie worse to read a description of to know how good a movie is. And she's like, no, it sounds really great. And I'm like, you're just gonna watch it from me,
it's a classic.
aren't you?
And Robin Wright.
Yeah.
Oh my!
She nailed it.
She's a good-looking woman. Jenny.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's great.
She's still married to Penn?
I think so. I'm not sure. Andy? Which, let me try that again. Which is the first rock musical? The first musical to be considered a rock.
Godspell.
Sallie says Godspell.
Or maybe The Wiz.
Or The Wiz.
Which came out first?
He's on down the road.
Godspell.
Your final answer.
I'm picking both.
Okay, good.
Probably means neither one. Jesus Christ Superstar. Okay, so this is number 6.
Okay.
According to the Kinsley Institute survey.
Okay. Billy Crystal.
What percentage of people watch porn to fantasize about things they would not want in real life? And it's multiple choice. Is it 3%, 27%, or 43%? According to the Kinsley Institute, what percentage of people watch porn to fantasize about things they would not want in real life? 3%, 27%, 43%.
Before I answer this, are you going to tell us what porn you watch
No.
that you
Oh my God.
that you will never do in real life?
There's all. Yeah.
There's all? What does
Yeah,
that mean?
no. I'm not going
What?
to talk about that.
I think we should. Yeah, I think we owe it to our audience to be open and honest.
No.
Yeah, I'm going with 43. 43. I have a multiple choice question, which, by the way, is the last question. The most successful X-rated movie in history is what? Debbie Does Dallas, Bolero, Showgirls, or Deep Throat?
I would have went with Chatterley's Lover. Remember that?
No.
Oh, really?
Chatterley's Lover?
Yeah, wasn't it? Maybe that was a book. It was definitely X-rated. I'm sure it had to be a porn. You know, Farm Girl.
No, you seem to remember a lot of details here.
Yeah, I do.
Tell me more.
No. Okay, do it again. Deep Throat. The only two I heard of was Deep Throat and what's the first one you said?
You never. All right. The choices are Debbie Does Dallas, Bolero, Showgirls, Deep Throat.
Yeah, that.
You never heard of Bolero or Showgirls?
Well, I thought Showgirls was a movie a handful of years ago that was rated R.
Well, it was like 20 years ago, but no, it got an X rating.
I'm going to go with Deep Throat.
Going with Deep Throat.
Only because it's the only one of those I saw.
All right. Let me scroll back and see what all the answers are. Let's see. Okay, go ahead.
Okay. What does Billy Joel think you would get more mileage from? Did anyone get it? Everyone got it, right?
Everyone got it. Yes.
Yeah, okay. A cheap pair of sneakers.
Yes.
Okay.
Pretty damn easy.
Yeah, I know. But that's why I didn't want you to answer it, because it's kind of fun to answer questions like that.
Syngenisophobia is the fear of what? Johnny Lambros said relatives. Fear of sex dolls, says Andy. Fear of condoms, says Beansy. And then he says fear of Tony Walker. Elizabeth says fear of orgies. Nobody should have that fear. That's all the answers. Yes, Johnny Lambros got it right. It is fear of relatives.
Really?
Really?
Oh, that makes
I'm sorry. I didn't read
sense.
your answer. You were kind of on the right track. You said
genes,
offspring.
It had to do with your family.
Right. So you were on the right track.
Okay. Fear of your family?
So I'll give you a half point.
Okay. How old was the oldest tree climber?
I said 89 because I saw Andy said 98, so I just reversed it. Joe Beansy says 116. Johnny Lambros said 47. Elizabeth Batapede said 99. Andy said, well, how old is Sam? It's that old.
No.
Yeah.
That was the whole point. It's
Creepo.
not weird to climb
Creepo
a
alert.
tree.
Creepo alert.
He loves
Hi,
climbing trees.
I'm going to climb a tree and then I'm going to go play Knockem with a bunch of little children. Me and Drake Bell are going to go play a game with kids.
He loves tree climbing. He probably would be a good, those guys that cut down trees and stuff. He'd probably be good at that.
He should
You ever
do that.
see that? How 5 or 6 guys jump in a tree with ropes and they go up and.
Who are you talking to over here? I lived that life.
You didn't cut down trees.
I climbed poles with gaffs on my ankles, and I climbed poles, and I put the poles in and took old poles out.
That's hot.
And that's how we got rid of them. We actually brought a chainsaw up with us, and we would chop them into small pieces as we climbed down the pole.
I had a big tree in my backyard that died and needed to come down, and
You had
like
a big tree in your backyard, baby. That's filthy.
yeah, and it was amazing. They all and within like 2 hours, the tree was gone, and in their what do you call it? What do you call that thing that
The wood chipper.
the wood chipper? Yeah, it was crazy.
I'll give you that.
There was like sawdust left, maybe.
Yeah. There were guys, and a lot of the tree guys are like this. But I worked with a few guys that were like this too, where they would like...
They look like gypsies.
They would... It looked like they were just floating.
Yes.
Like the gaffs would barely like even hit the wood, and they're still going.
Like the ropes just got in their way.
I was always, to my very last day in that company, that was always amazing to me. I climbed, and I was decent at it. Definitely not...
And look good in a
Definitely
tool
not
belt.
the best. Oh, thanks. But I did my job well, but I wasn't one of those guys that like tiptoed up the freaking pole. It was
Can't you see Sam doing that though? I could totally see him doing that.
No, I actually can't.
Why?
I give him because the tree guys, their gaffs are longer. The blade is longer. So I would bet money in his first month he like needs stitches from gouging his leg.
Yeah, that's probably true.
Anyway,
Norman Burner is the oldest tree climber.
forgot how we got
The
into
last time he climbed he was 82 years old.
Oh, I was close.
He was a paratrooper with the Screaming Eagles fighting, and he was fighting the Nazis in World War II.
He was a member of the Eagles?
the Screaming Eagles.
Wow. Don Henley and Glenn Fry, Joe Walsh?
No.
And Norman Burner?
No.
No?
No.
Oh.
And his love of tree climbing lasted him until he was 82, where he could no longer do it.
So does Johnny Lambros win that one?
What did he say?
Well, he's the only one that didn't go over.
Well, he was 47. No, who's ever closer.
Oh, even if they go over, it's okay?
Although,
So that would be me.
If Johnny Lambros is like close to like getting every question, then at the very end, I'll give him credit for that
All right.
because there are those like game shows that you can't go over.
All right. Yeah, that's why I said that.
Yeah.
All right. How tall was Popeye? Sallie said 5'7". Andy said 5'2". Beansy says 5'3". Elizabeth Batapede says 5'5". Why do I always have to say Elizabeth Batapede? Like, why can't I just say Elizabeth?
I just call her Liz.
Oh, do you? You call her Liz?
Yeah,
Does she go by Liz?
I think so.
Oh.
She's never said, "Hey, don't call me Liz."
Well, Batapede. So can we call her Batty? I made
Elizabeth
myself
was
laugh.
my mother's name, so I really like it.
It's my mother's middle name.
Wow. Wow.
And, I didn't know they had names back then because my mother's really old.
You just thought it was Mama Walker?
I just thought it was in the cave. Ugh.
That's what she looks like when she's reaching for another bottle of wine.
So you actually came close, Sallie, but you went over 5'6". So Liz was correct too. If we're not going over, she was the closest because she said 5'5".
Yeah, but I was... Okay, we're both the closest because we're not going by that rule unless it's...
Oh, so Popeye's in the middle of you and Liz. That's hot. That's better than Olive Oil. She was...
Yeah.
I don't know why they fought over her so much.
Yeah,
Maybe she was the only woman in town. I don't know.
maybe. The comedian... This comedian is a former member of Saturday Night Live. He had a show in the mid-2000s about his childhood. Who is he?
I said Billy Crystal. Johnny Lambros said Bobby Moynihan. Andy Plagano said Chris Rock. Beansy says Chris Rock. Oh, that's true. They had Everybody Hates Chris. But that was in the 90s. And Liz says Chris Rock. That's the one you're going with? Mm-hmm. But I'm right, too.
No, you're not.
Sure I am.
Was Billy Crystal in the mid-2000s? I think it was earlier.
No. Look it up. Look it up right freaking now. Well, I'll look it up because you can't.
Yeah. But Chris Rock's show was 2000s.
Really? Everybody Hates Chris was in the 2000s?
Mm-hmm.
Are you sure about that?
No, but I just
All
copied
right.
and pasted the
700
question.
Sundays, Billy Crystal. The DVD came out in 2014. But he ran, the play ran for like, I don't know, probably like around 2012. All right, but now I'm going to do Everybody Hates Chris.
You're going to do Chris Rock right in the butt.
You're so weird. Everybody Hates Chris. 2005. Really? I thought it was earlier than that.
Well, Billy Crystal, was he a member of Saturday
He
Night
was on
Live?
Saturday Night Live. Yes, he
Or
was.
was he just a guest?
No, he
a
was.
lot.
No, he was a cast member for at least one season. I'm thinking maybe 2.
Yeah, okay.
He was on there with Jim Belushi and Julia Louis-Dreyfus.
Oh, I didn't realize she was on there.
Oh yeah, that was her kind of breakthrough.
Okay.
Yeah.
First time I saw her was Seinfeld.
You never saw her before? Seinfeld?
I just don't remember. Yeah.
That's where Billy Crystal, I mean, he had the character already, but that's the Fernando character. That's where it got famous.
And yeah.
And you look marvelous. That became famous through Saturday Night Live because he did that character on there almost every week.
Yeah. Okay.
So I'm taking credit.
No, you're not.
I am.
All right.
What did Alfred Nobel, founder of the Nobel Prize, invent that made him wealthy? Sallie said toaster ovens. Andy Plagianos, he invented the first Noel, actually TNT. Johnny Lambro says he invented synthetic rubber. Beansy says he invented the loudest fart. Elizabeth says he invented video. Andy Plagianos is the winner.
What was the answer?
He invented dynamite.
Oh.
Dynamite.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So, what is a dog's most highly developed sense?
I said hearing. Andy agreed. Johnny Lambro says sense of wonder. Let's see. Some of these are coming out of order here. Beansy says sense of fear. Elizabeth says smell.
Is that Elizabeth Batipede?
Yes. Okay, and I think that's it.
Yeah, I don't know why you're like smells too obvious. There's only 5 senses, so if it's the obvious one, why wouldn't that be just the truth?
I thought you were trying to trick me.
There's just 5 senses, so it's got to be one. Yeah, and I think cats are eyesight, and dogs are smell, and I think the hearing is just.
Well, when Beansy said sense of fear, I was like, ooh, that's a good one. I thought you were going to hit me with something like that.
Yeah.
In Canada, in 1923, what was created for first-time criminals? The death penalty, a spanking machine, or public stoning? Sallie said spank machine because she enjoys that. Lambros agrees, and so does Plagianos. So does Elizabeth. Wow, you guys are all kinky. Look at you.
Well, you wouldn't pick stoning or death on a first-time offense.
Well, you never know. They're weird up there in Canada.
Canadians are really nice.
Hey, says Andy. Yeah, it's a spanking machine.
They're so nice that they don't want to do the spanking themselves. So they invent this like nice little easy machine that's just a little slap on the wrist.
Oh, they're just a bunch of perverts. Remember that movie, Burn After Reading, with George Clooney, where he builds that
oh my God.
sex machine? That was hilarious. That's a great movie. Brad Pitt was hilarious in that movie.
Yeah, he was. It was a good movie.
That's a great movie.
Strange movie.
Frances McDormand. It's the
Love her.
What do you call it?
The Coen
Coen
brothers.
brothers. Yeah.
Yeah, they're
Great
they're
cast.
out there.
J.K. Simmons is in it, and a bunch of people. Good movie.
They're a strange family.
But they're a great family. They're talented.
The Princess Bride. What does Buttercup call Wesley? Did anyone get it?
Staz. Well, I said Wes. Staz says sugar cone. Johnny Lambros. He couldn't call him anything. He can't come home. Not because he's legless, but his pecker didn't work.
What?
I have no idea.
Oh.
I'm just reading it.
Okay.
Andy says Robin Wright Penn is not married to Penn anymore.
Oh.
That's it. Those are the only answers.
No one came up. Farm Boy.
farm boy?
Remember, she'd be like, "Farm boy, bring that water over to the corner of the farm," and then he'd say, "As you wish." Farm boy.
I remember the As You Wish. I don't remember the farm boy.
Yeah, she would just go, "Farm boy."
I don't remember that either. Billy Crystal.
Yeah.
Have fun storming the castle. Which was the first rock musical? Sallie said Godspell or The Wiz. Lambro says Rock of Ages. Shut up. Andy says Tommy. No, the first actual musical to be, on a stage. The Tommy as a musical didn't play on a stage
Rock,
until years
though,
later.
right?
Yeah.
Like, Sound of Music doesn't count. It's
Right,
be
that's
like
not rock. Right. Liz says Godspell. I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. Nobody got it. Nobody got it. It's Hair.
Age of Aquarius, that whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
That whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hippies. Okay. Oop, I just lost it.
Oh, boy.
Oh, boy.
Oh, boy.
According to the Kinsley Institute survey, what percentage of people watch porn to fantasize about things that they would not want in real life? 3%, 27%, 43%.
I said 43, and almost everybody's agreeing with me. Johnny Lambro says 150%. Push in the bush, says Beansy.
Yeah, it's 43%.
Oh, okay.
You said everyone else, so I thought you were done.
I wasn't done.
Oh.
Beansy said 75. Oh, Elizabeth said 27. All right, so which is the most successful X-rated movie in history? Is it Debbie Does Dallas? Is it Bolero? Is it Showgirls? Is it Deep Throat? Carrie. Oh, hello, Carrie. She asks, Showgirls was rated X? According to my research,
Yeah, that's what I thought, too. I was like, I thought it was rated R.
Joe Stas says Fritz the Cat. That's funny. Liz says Deep Throat. Where's Andy? Andy, you didn't answer that question. Andy?
You said porn, so now he's, like, jerking off.
Well, you're correct. It's Deep Throat.
It was the only one I knew, or that I saw.
That you've done. Andy says, Tony worked the poles. He worked them good. Tree climbing gives Norman a peaceful, easy feeling. Play versus TV series.
What is
I don't know
Debbie
he's talking
Does Dallas about? Is it about, like, a
cares?
football team or a city, or what is Debbie doing?
I don't. She's doing a lot. Elizabeth says she's gonna go get arrested in Canada. We can take care of that right here for you, Liz. Johnny says we read his thing wrong in regards to, but I don't know what Johnny. I don't know what you're referring to. Was that a line in The Princess Bride? Who's calling now?
Same thing.
The car guy?
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Well, nice job, everybody. Sallie won.
Oh, did I?
I have no idea.
Oh. I don't think I got any right.
You got Deep Throat right.
Oh.
And you came close with Popeye's height. You're on the right track with the cynophobia. You got Spanking Machine right.
Yeah, baby.
Freak. All right. It's time to go. Today is Tuesday. So what do we got? We got anything tonight?
No, I have to go get a learner's permit with my kid at DMV. That'll be fun.
I'm talking about you. I'm talking about shows on Gov's Radio. Anthony and Johnny are off. Domestic Disturbance is off. So that's it. That's it until
It's
tomorrow night.
summertime. You know, a lot of people take time away on
Yes.
you because I know you're like, oh, I'm not getting enough shows in here, but people like take time away in July and August. So don't be hard on yourself.
Andy's saying he did answer that sex question. My comment is right before Elizabeth's 27. You know, Andy, I don't have it. I have above Elizabeth's 27. I see Joe Staz's 65. Oh, you said 43. It's up there above carry. All right. So yeah, I know. Yeah, there'll be some shows returning in the fall, but I still, I want to get some more shows going. So yeah, we got nothing until tomorrow night. Because Anthony and Johnny are off. Domestic Disturbance is off this week. Sallie and I are not here tomorrow. So tune in tomorrow night at 7:30 for Donversations. Forgive me, Don. I don't know who his guest is, and I don't know if he's announcing it tomorrow, but he's got a very special guest coming up very soon. So stay tuned for a special announcement from Don. And then, of course, Christy Miller Unleashed tomorrow night at 9. Her and Mark Riccadonna.
They're going to try the YouTube thing, so. Well, she's going to be commenting.
Oh, okay. Cool. Very nice. So there you go. And then Sallie and I will be back on Thursday at 11 a.m. We got anything going on Thursday? I don't know. Let's see if we can get a guest or something.
You seem a little lost. You look like you're coming out of CVS and just having to use a kiosk.
Don't even bring